Hey YouTube, this is Gina, aka Ginas.fibrolife, coming at you. I just wanted to make this video. I decided to do YouTube instead of Periscope because it's a different tone on my broadcast. Okay, I'm on my way to work. GPS is interrupting me. So just to set a different tone, I thought about doing Periscope before I left home. Just to pretty much talk about what I always talk about when I get on Periscope, but since I've never actually did that on YouTube, I think I have to introduce myself and the reason I'm here and what this video is about. So on Periscope, I do Ginas.fibrolife. It's to bring awareness. I suffer from fibromyalgia and autoimmune. So right now, at this point in my life, I'm trying to look beyond the pain and look to the root cause and not be angry at myself, but be angry with the information that I received about why I'm sick. And that's, I have so much information to share, but I can't be mad at myself. So when you attain knowledge, it's supposed to help you to do better. That's why we exceed high school and go to college, so we can get a better understanding about life or the world, just to open up your world's view. So with that being said, being in a place where you suffer from any kind of chronic illness, fibromyalgia is the name that has been classified for the affliction, but basically it's autoimmune. It's the gut. So my gut is so toxic, so unhealthy, and the foods that I continuously to put in it is much of the same. It's this continuous cycle. So until you learn, like food, addiction to sugar, these are some of the hardest thing to break. It's so hard that people is dying from the new cocaine, that white horse, that white sugar. So sugar is the new poison. It's accepted. We're addicted. So there's no way around it. But because I was brought into something having no knowledge, I just did what everybody else do. We eat. And our favorite foods happen to be the ones that are no good for us. So I'm no longer blaming myself for that. I'm no longer angry at myself, because you wonder, how did I get here? So in that, getting past that, how did I get here? I'm here. So I'm looking to the root. I'm looking to solve. I'm looking for resolution. I'm looking for more than this is it. I mean, you have a chronic illness. That means you wake up, you go to sleep to it. It's not going to go away. It lasts more than 3 months. So to be classified in a situation where the most the doctors can tell you is that there is no cure. We don't know, basically. We don't know. This is something you have to learn how to deal with. Change your diet. They give you the basics, tell you what to do, but since they're so inexperienced and haven't had the opportunity to experience this great experience, then they can't really say much as far as what their knowledge. Now, I can be angry at them. At one point, I was really angry at my doctor, so much so that I don't even want to see him. But because I have this team of network of people who have been put together to help me, but not in the way that, with the capacity of the way that this systematically set up, they can only help me how they help me. It's on a schedule. My life is not on a schedule. I can't even live on a schedule realistically, because I'm always late. So I got this chronic lateness going on, and it attributes to the things that I have to go through. So to be told that you're not ill, that you can work, that you can do these things, where, of course there's challenges, but for how long do a person have to suffer through their challenges before they're wore out, before they're exhausted, before they're ready to just throw their hands and give up? And that means being at a point where, it was just so bad that I laid and I sat still and I did nothing. When you realize that you do that, I've been having issues with my car, and so I just took off and started back up. So when you've been told for so long, or people assume that you can do more than and you're doing less than, it does something to a person. And I'm speaking personally. It does something to you. So I have been pressing, crawling, struggling, any name, any adjective that you can find. I've been doing all of those things to not just give up. So with that, you can do so much, but you actually need a support. Now I've came up and I figured out what it is that I need to move to the next level or move further or progress. I know the support and help I need. So when you suffer, you add these combinations, you add all these things up together. Suffering, lack of support, uncertainty, unmotivated, it's just no future. And nobody in the medical industry, pharmaceutical, can promise you a future that will look up. So to be medicated, and that goes back to the point that I hurt so bad. Let me just take something to cope, ease the pain, but never solve the problem. So now I'm in a different state of mind. I'm on medications, right? I'm on medically prescribed medications, antidepressants, pain medications. Where do you think? How far can you go with that? I mean, there's so many side effects to the pills. One thing for something else happens, and that's another. Okay, it's snowing really bad, and because my multifunctional skills are not that great, but I'm building and I'm learning. So you learn to do what you can. But also, when I get really excited and motivated and on fire and passionate about what I'm talking about, that's when everything heightens for me. I wish I had a blood pressure monitor present because my breath has changed. I feel like I just have so much inside of me. I just want to push it out. And even talking makes me tired. So I've exhausted myself with 7 minutes and 28 seconds of conversation. So now I feel the need to just slow it down because the brain, and that's one of the other things I suffer from a brain trauma. So with the brain trauma and the things that's going on neurologically, I am often set off and put in fight or flight mode. So most people knows what that is when you're when your mind tells you you're in danger. So there's a heightened sense, and when that heightened sense turns on, yes, I do. I get really, really passionate, talkative. I could probably talk for an hour once I'm in that mode because it's that press button for release. And that is actually being heard, with hopes of being understood. And I know everybody won't understand the place where I come or how I deliver what I say, but it's my way. And that's what makes it special and important to me. It's my way. It's what I have to say. These are my thoughts, my feelings. Okay, that's what I share on Periscope. I broadcast my own channel to journal my struggles with or my daily life with living with fibromyalgia, autoimmune. I also show and display what it's like because I have shown Tyler, Travail, and Jeremiah. Those are my children. So I'm not afraid to show my family because that's an important dynamic, is to be able to, it's one thing to say or tell somebody about your situation or what you're going through, but it's another thing when you can see me where I am now. Okay. Now, I was the most private, reserved, quiet, shy, don't want to tell you nothing about me person. Well, that changed. So I knew it was something in me that had to change, and this chronic illness has changed me. It changed me to wire me to I am and get up and go and do. Now I don't get a chance to do everything that is expected of me. And that's because, again, if I show the day in the life, which I plan to do from morning to rise, I want to be able to show the struggle of me trying to get dressed, putting and fastening my undergarments and things like that. Like, that takes time. Or the other day I had a struggle. I put on a shirt that was too small. Well, I knew it was, but I planned to get in it. So I took a picture of it. So I know the next time I get it, I know, okay, I'm ready for it. But I'm not ready for it yet. So I had a challenge with getting it off. So it's just things like that, where it's normal and simple for other people to do just the simplest things. But that for me cause a major time delay. So a delay is a delay in my life. It delays, it determines, it kind of factors in how my day, it dictates my day. I think that's the word that I want to use. It sort of dictates my day and my time. And it leads things to get undone because the world stops for nobody. And I have this struggle where I need extra time for everything. And it's been challenging. So lately, the spirit of overwhelmingness has taken over me. And I've just been for days. Sometimes I pop on Periscope and I share, but it's live. Now, I chose YouTube, another reason, is because I can just record this. I can edit it. I don't have to worry about not responding to people commenting, and I don't ever want to seem rude. But again, that's another focus. So staying focused on my focus is my major focus. And if I'm off focus, my focus is off focus. So I say all that to say, and that's just how my brain work. It might not make sense to you, but it came out. So I wonder if they left without me, because I'm always late. So I just pulled up, and I just needed to get that off my chest and to really just speak into the existence. Like, I have so many issues. I don't have a support. So my goal is to build a support system. And by the way, I'm going to do a benefit. Yeah, those are the things in emotion. Everything didn't work out. I have just so much to say. I will share it when I come back, but I just want to use these few minutes to get on here since I couldn't. Um, they may have left.